Hey everyone, it's day 18 of SSSVEDA vlog every day in April, and today's topic is my favorite home away from home location. I don't actually have one because I don't really leave the house much because of my mobility issues right now. If I leave the house, it's basically to go to the store, for like grocery shopping or household, not household, like personal items, or I don't buy the household items. And or if I have like an appointment. So, which I already really liked grocery shopping, and now I like it even more because I get out of the house, which I know is weird. Um, but anyways, a few years ago, like mm, starting in was it 2012, like around close to the summer of 2012, um, until just about a year ago, pretty much, because about a year ago was when I moved here into my mom's. Or I started staying here and then I like officially moved in June. But anyways, um, I didn't have internet in the middle, like close to the middle of 2012. Maybe a few months before then. I don't remember for sure. Anyways, I didn't have a job, but I was looking for jobs. I was able to work at the time, and I couldn't afford internet at my apartment anymore because it was like 60 something a month, and it's that whole thing, where um, I ended up being behind on a payment, and so I wasn't caught up, and so I wanted to lower my payment. See what I could do to lower my payment. I had TV and cable, or TV and cable, TV and internet, and I wanted to see what I could do to reduce it. I already had, I think, the lowest packages in both, but I wanted to see if there was anything I could do. And they were like, well, we can talk to you about it after get current on your bill. And it's like, okay, but I can't get current on it if you keep charging me what you're charging me. I was being charged like 120 a month, something like that, for like the lowest features. And anyways, that has nothing to do with this topic, and I'm going off on a tangent like I said I always do. Um, but anyway, so I got my internet, and that whole thing is a funny story in itself. But anyways, so but I needed to look for a job, like I said, and I didn't have TV at home anymore, so I needed something to do, or I needed, some way to be able to get online. So I lived, I don't know, like less than a mile, pretty much, probably less than half a mile from a Starbucks. Um, like for a regular person who could walk fast, it'd probably be like a 5 minute walk. I did have to walk it once a couple years before that, and I think it still took me 15 minutes. But anyways, it's really, really close. I live really, really close to a Starbucks. I don't think I had said what it was. Anyways, I lived really close to a Starbucks. So I would drive. I wouldn't walk it, but because I wasn't able to like walk that distance, and you'll also find out why in a minute. So I would go down to the Starbucks. Please hold. Okay. So anyways, yeah, Starbucks. I would get my car between 2 and 3 and go down to Starbucks, and um, I take my laptop and I would set up my little area. I was one of those people, and I would get something to eat. Um, no, wait, scratch that. Sometimes I would always get something to drink. Sometimes I would get something also to eat, like maybe later on. Um, Not always, but anyways, just like a bagel or something like that. Anyways, um, but yeah, so um, they had the one that I always went to, and I know all Starbucks have like not every Starbucks has the same furniture in it. But we had that one had I said we, but they had these like red, like leather, like nice chairs, not nice chairs, like reading chairs type of thing. They weren't just like the hard wooden chairs that they had at the little tables. Um, and so I would get one of those chairs, and um, I would either get one of the little round tables or sometimes the squirrels, and if it was like right nearby, and bring it over and use one of that to have my laptop on because I couldn't put it on my lap. And, or I would get one of they had, the one I went to at one point had the high, like bar stools and the tables. And, I'm short. There's no way I could get up in one of those chairs, even if I wanted to. And so I would get one of those chairs and put my laptop on that, and it was like the perfect height and stuff. I remember I saw somebody else doing it and copied them like the next time I was in there. And then other people saw me, and then I've seen and other people would do it. So it was kind of funny that we all kind of like taught each other this little trick on how to do it. But yeah, and I would be there till, some days I would only be there for like, I don't know, till like 7 or something. It depends on if I had to go run errands or something afterwards and the place was going to close. But there were some days, I mean, this was most days, I would stay there till closing. And they closed at 10 o'clock. They closed early any day? I'm trying to think. I don't remember. But yeah, I would be there till like 10 o'clock. I would be there till closing. And just sitting in my little corner. And I wasn't like a pest. I didn't have like everything everywhere. I would use one of the little side tables to put my purse and stuff on. But if a lot of people were coming in and like they needed the tables, I would just put all my stuff like behind me or whatever. You know what I mean? I would give up a table. I wouldn't sit there and do that. I'd share the table, whatever. And other people who were regulars, there was this one couple that would come in, I don't know, once a week, once every 2 weeks or something. I think like they were like on a little date night and stuff. And they'd always say hi and we'd chit chat just a little bit and stuff like that. So I liked it. So it was my little like home away from home. It was like cheers for me. I would walk in because I was always there at the same time. It was usually the same, unless it was always the same baristas and everything working. They went through 3 managers while I was there during the time that I was always going there. And all 3 of them would learn my name. And it's not like there's no like official nickname for my name, Julie. But a lot of people call me Jules. And it's so funny. And I don't mind that people call me Jules. And it's just so funny, like, people would start doing it on their own and then be like, oh, is it okay that I call you that? And I'm like, yeah. And it's so funny, though, like, even, like, the managers would call me that. Some of them, and it would always make me laugh, like, to myself, like, I wouldn't laugh out loud. Just because, like, people would do it, like, automatically, but I think maybe they heard other baristas and stuff doing it. So, I would come in, though, and I'd get, because I was there every day, I'm not going to drink like a mega frappuccino every day. And the prices went up again. Like me and my mom went. I had a half price coupon on my card the other day, and I went, and it was like $5.50, $5.95 or something for a venti. And when I was going, it was like $4.95 for the venti. So I was like, holy cow. So, so yeah, definitely was not getting a frappuccino every day. I would usually just get iced or hot coffee, depending on the time of year. And because I had the gold card, I got the free refills. So I would get 2 or 3 refills, just depending, excuse me, on what time I got there. There was a couple times I got there early, and then I'll wonder why I got there early. And sometimes I had to leave early. Like I said, if it was something I had to get to a store or something before it closed, and they'd be like, "Why are you leaving early?" And which was kind of funny. It was like, okay, and I felt bad for leaving early because they were like, "No, don't go." So that was weird. And let me think. Oh gosh, I just had like a major like brain fart. Like my brain just went pop, and everything left. Um, but yeah, I had a lot of fun. That was like my home away from home. Like I said, I knew all the baristas. They would crack me up. If any of them are watching this, hello, I love you, I miss you all. I don't think any of them are, but comment if you are. Um, but yeah, they always they would crack me up, a lot of them, because what is that thing doing? I don't know. Um, they one time for like 4 hours, it was just um guys on shift. It was these three guys that were on shift, and for 4 hours, not when they were talking to customers, taking their orders or handing them their drinks or answering questions in the drive-thru or at the counter or whatever, but when they were talking to each other, and it wasn't like, hey, can you do this, grab more milk or something like that, like work related, but when they were just chatting with each other while they're working, it was all Lord of the Rings quotes. Everything, and I've only seen the first movie, and I'm just sitting there cracking up, just like, I'm sitting there on my computer, just like, going, okay. They've all lost it. And I think I even told them at one point, how much caffeine have you each had? Because you guys are just going bonkers with this. It was hilarious. It was like a comedy show. And I got in for the price of a cup of coffee. So that was my favorite home away from home. So, yeah. So I kind of miss it. Another reason I had to go is because I lived at two different places. I wasn't going 7 days a week. I was going like 4 to 5 days a week. And I couldn't go all the time. But what was it? I didn't have air conditioning. The first place I lived at when I was going, um, in the and the air would not go back to the bedroom. So it wouldn't make its way back to the bedroom. I would have had to keep it on high, full blast, 24 hours to do it. And I couldn't afford that kind of thing. And it was noisy as heck too. So it was like really bad if I was trying to concentrate. And like I said, anyways, I needed the internet. And then the other place I was living, they had internet there at the house, but um, whoever had lived there previously had put an addition on the house, but never whoever the owner was, never upgraded the air conditioning unit. So the unit that was in there was for like, this like a house that had the square footage of, I don't know, like 1,000 or something. I don't really know. But the house now with the addition was like, let's say 1,400, 1,600 or something. So it needed an upgrade it needed a bigger air conditioner, and otherwise it was just going to work crazy and cool off the house, that kind of thing. I don't know the actual dimensions of the house, the actual square footage, but something like that. So, and it and everything. So that was another reason to go. So, and then plus that way I would just get out of the house and I wasn't sitting in my bed all day and stuff like that. And plus I miss my baristas. So, um, so yeah, so that's my favorite home away from home. And I know this video is forever. And if you got through the whole thing, make sure to give a thumbs up. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.